396,324.
1,548. Dimensionality equals the logarithm of n divided by non-excludability and non-rival 4/3 pi times the radius when it is morally praiseworthy but not morally obligatory.
Who said logic is the cement of our civilization with which we ascend from UKS using reason as our guide?
T. Planahath, matron of Vulcan philosophy.
Correct. What is the molecular formula of aluminium sulfide crystals? White queen to section 5, grid 6, queen takes knight, rook takes queen, white pawn to section 5, grid 7, pawn takes rook. Checkmate. What significant contribution to bioengineering was made in Lucarian outposts on Klein?
The universal atmospheric element compensator.
Evaluate and conclude. A starship sensor is indicated as being pursued so closely that it occupies the same space as its pursuer. Correct. Identify object and its cultural significance.
Klingon mummification glyph.
What were the principal historical events on the planet Earth in the year 1987? Correct. What was Kira Kim Fa's first law of metaphysics?
Nothing unreal exists.
Correct. Adjust the sine wave of this magnetic envelope so that antineutrons can pass through it, but antigravitons cannot. Correct. What is the electronic configuration of gadolinium? Correct.
Spock.
I presume you've prepared new insults for today?
Affirmative.
You're neither human nor Vulcan and therefore have no place in this universe.
Look, it's human eyes. They look sad, don't they?
Earther! Barbarian! Emotional Earther! You're a trance, Spock! You could never be a true Vulcan!
Perhaps an emotional response requires physical stimuli. He's a traitor, you know. Your father, for marrying her. That human whore.
Your father brought shame to Vulcan! He married a human! Ah!
They called you a traitor.
Emotions run deep within our race.
What you do not yet understand, Spock, is that Vulcans do not lack emotion.
In many ways more deeply than in humans. Logic offers a serenity humans seldom experience.
Logic offers a serenity humans seldom experience in full.
The control of feelings, so that they do not control you.
We deal with them, and do not let them control us.
You suggest that I should be completely Vulcan, and yet you married a human.
Father wants me to do things his way, and Mother says I should. But then she goes...
As ambassador to Earth, it is my duty to observe and understand human behavior. Marrying your mother was logical.
Ministers, I must decline.
No Vulcan has ever declined admission to this academy.
Then as I am half human, your record remains untarnished.
Spock, you have made a commitment to honor the Vulcan way.
As I recall, I opposed your enlistment in Starfleet.
Taking the test again.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, and I want you there.
I've got better things to do than watch you embarrass yourself for a third time.
As I recall, you took the test 3 times yourself.
I'm a doctor, Jim. I'm busy.
Bones, it doesn't bother you that no one's ever passed the test.
Jim, it's the Kobayashi Maru. No one passes the test.
Lieutenant, you are looking at the only Starfleet cadet who ever beat the no-win scenario.
This session has been called to resolve a troubling matter.
Council is now in session.
James T. Kirk, step forward.
Bring in the accused.
Cadet Kirk, evidence has been submitted to this council suggesting that you violated the ethical code of conduct pursuant to Regulation 17.43 of the Starfleet Code.
The charges and specifications are conspiracy, assault on...
Is there anything you care to say before we begin, sir?
Yes, I believe I have the right to face my accuser directly.
My client has the right to face his accuser.
Step forward, please. This is Commander Spock. He is one of our most distinguished graduates.
Spock, First Officer, Science Officer, Commendations, Vulcanian Scientific Legion of Honor, Awards of Valor, twice decorated by Starfleet Command.
He's programmed the Kobayashi Maru exam for the last 4 years. Commander,
Cadet Kirk, you somehow managed to install and activate a subroutine in the programming code,
I reprogrammed the simulation so it was possible to rescue the ship.
thereby changing the conditions of the test.
I changed the conditions of the test.
Your point being?
In academic vernacular, you cheated.
He cheated.
Let me ask you something I think we all know the answer to. The test itself is a cheat, isn't it?
I don't believe this was a fair test of my command abilities.
I mean, you programmed it to be unwinnable.
Because there was no way to win.
Your argument precludes the possibility of a no-win scenario.
A no-win situation is a possibility every commander may face. Has that never occurred to you?
No, sir.
I don't believe in no-win scenarios.
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
Then not only did you violate the rules, you also failed to understand the principal lesson.
Please, enlighten me.
The purpose is to experience fear. Fear in the face of certain death.
How we deal with death is at least as important as how we deal with life, wouldn't you say?
To accept that fear and maintain control of oneself and one's crew. This is a quality expected in every Starfleet captain.
Arrival at Vulcan in 5 seconds.
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
Forwards, come about starboard 90 degrees, drop us down underneath them soon.
So what kind of combat training do you have?
Fancy.
Resolute, beware.
Come on, pull your chute, Olsen! No, not yet! Not yet! Up the bases! Pull your chute! Olsen, pull your chute! Up the bases!
You will give me the frequencies to disable Earth's defenses.
They killed 20 of my people.
Centaurian slugs. They latch onto your brainstem.
And wrap themselves around the cerebral cortex.
And release a toxin that will force you to answer.
This has the effect of rendering the victim extremely susceptible to suggestion.
Frequencies, please, sir.
Christopher Pike, Captain USS Enterprise.
As you wish.
Let's get that kind of weaponry.
The engineering comprehension necessary to artificially create a black hole may suggest an answer. Such technology could theoretically be manipulated to create a tunnel through space-time.
I'm a doctor, not a physicist.
I'm a doctor, not a physicist.
Are you actually suggesting they're from the future?
If you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
If you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
How poetic.
The contrary, Nero's very presence has altered the flow of history, beginning with the attack on the USS Kelvin, culminating in the events of today, thereby creating an entire new chain of incidents that cannot be anticipated by either party.
An alternate reality.
Parallel universe.
Well, usually on the show, someone would come up with a complicated plan, then explain it with a simple analogy.
Under impulse power, she expends fuel like any other vessel. We call it plasma. But whatever the Klingon designation, it is merely ionized gas.
Well, the thing's got to have a tailpipe.
Spock, you are captain now. You
I
have
am
to
aware
make
of my responsibilities, Mr.
I'm aware of my responsibilities, mister.
I was to go backwards.
Jim,
Cover him instead of hunting Nero down.
Security, escort him out.
Computer, where am I?
Location Delta Vega. Class and planet.
There's a planet a few light days away from here. Delta Vega. It has a lithium cracking station.
How did you know my name?
I have been and always shall be your friend.
I have been and always shall be your friend.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
I welcome it.
Do you? Okay, then. Are you out of your Vulcan mind?
Are you out of your Vulcan mind?
Green-blooded hobgoblin.
You green-blooded inhuman.
Hold on a second!
There he goes.
What I'd give to see what you're seeing.
Talking about?
You're deep in the underbelly of the Omega-13.
It's just these few walls and this dumb spinning fan that we have in every single...
What is it with you, Spock?
All right, you mutinous, disloyal, computerized half-breed. We'll see about you deserting my ship.
Hmm? Your planet was just destroyed, your mother murdered, and you're not even upset.
Makes you think you're a man. You're an overgrown jackrabbit, an elf with a hyperactive thyroid.
Shit. I don't understand.
Of course you don't understand. You don't have the brains to understand. All you have is printed circuits.
If you are presuming that these experiences in any way impede my ability to command this ship, you are mistaken.
My mother was a teacher. My father, an ambassador.
And yet you were the one who said fear was necessary for command. I mean, did you see his ship? Do you see what he did?
An ambassador from a planet of traitors.
Yes, of course I did.
So are you afraid or aren't you?
I will not allow you to lecture me about the merits of emotion.
Then why don't you stop me?
Step away from me, Mr.
What is it like not to feel anger?
Captain, please don't.
You're a traitor from a race of traitors.
Or heartbreak? Or the need to stop at nothing to avenge the death of the woman who gave birth to you?
The rest of your subhuman race, and you've got the gall to make love to that girl.
Back away.
That's enough.
Feel nothing! It must not even compute for you. You never loved her.
Does she know what she's getting, Spock? A carcass full of memory banks who should be squatting on a mushroom?
Give me 1/4 impulse burst. For 5 seconds, I'll do the rest with thrusters on my mark.
One blast of everything we've got left for a microsecond to beat the inertia, and then we shut it all down, except for minimal life support and 2 thrusters.
Fire.
thrusters and impulse engines at your command, sir.
Weapon systems and shields on standby.
Dock control reports ready, Captain.
Boats! Buckle up.
Scotty, how we doing?
Dilithium chambers at maximum, Captain. Get down!
Mr. Sulu, prepare to engage thrusters.
All right, Mr. Sulu.
Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Permission granted.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
Granted, sir.
As you have yet to select a first officer, respectfully, I would like to submit my candidacy.
I offer my services as science officer.
Should you desire, I can provide character references.
It would be my honor, Commander. Maneuvering thrusters, Mr. Sulu.
Thrusters on standby.
Helm ready, Captain.
Take us out.
Let's see what she's got.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Space. The final frontier.
Space. The final frontier.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Your ongoing mission?
Your ongoing mission.
To explore strange new worlds.
Strange new worlds.
To seek out new life forms.
New life forms. New life.
New life and new civilizations.
And new civilizations.
To boldly go.
To boldly go. Boldly go.
Where no one has gone.
Where